Well, thank you very much indeed for that introduction, Christina, and you highlighted some of the important issues which are going to be addressed today. But I'd like to say at the outset that it's a great pleasure to be here in Estonia. It's my first visit, but I can tell you that nothing so moved Margaret Thatcher than the sight of Eastern European countries which had suffered under the Soviet yoke for half a century to be liberated, a process in which, of course, she played such a significant role. But she was not always favourably viewed in respect of her interests in Eastern Europe, because when she became Prime Minister in 1979, she inherited a team from her predecessor, Edward Heath, and they were rather more to the left than she was. And so she removed some of, in due course, removed some of her ministers. And those ministers had been very high up in the social circles in the United Kingdom. They had attended a school called Eton, which is the principal private school in the United Kingdom. David Cameron went there, so that explains, I hope. And those who went to Eton are known as Old Etonians. And when she removed them and replaced them by men like Nigel Lawson, probably the greatest Chancellor of the Exchequer we've had in modern times, and they had their origins in, their families came from Eastern Europe. And so it took a former Conservative Prime Minister, Harold Macmillan, to say the trouble with Margaret was that she replaced all those old Etonians in her cabinet with old Estonians. So that was something for which she was renowned. So let me proceed and explain why I believe that Brexit is not just good for the United Kingdom, but also for other members of the European Union as well. Name of Islam. They're Islamic fundamentalists, and they do not care about any human life. The IRA would sometimes give warnings that a bomb was going to go off because it wanted to destroy a building or disrupt people's lives. These people, some of them brought up in our own country, taught in our own schools, have espoused a philosophy totally alien to our values. And it is going to be a big challenge to root it out. And it will take time.
We take now the last question, because otherwise we are running out of the time. Very short question and short answer, please.
Aitäh, Juhan, Club of Rome Estonia. Back to the topic. With all respect, you didn't express your attitude to these bullet points what you brought up as a reasons why Brexit was accepted by the voters, but it's just very weak equilibrium if we take the population or who had voting right, then it was 35% to 34% about.
Oh, I don't understand.
Yes.
What do you mean?
That from all population, 35% were for.
Yeah, well, we don't work on that basis. We don't count the people who don't vote.
I'd like to ask about you about that. You didn't express your attitude. Do you consider these reasons having ground or not? I ask because one of your bullet points was that UK must make its own laws, not Brussels. All of us know very well that if any member state is against in any Brussels regulations, it will not happen. So Brussels regulations, they are UK regulations because UK had accepted them beforehand. And one reason was missing. It is just a huge lies what were carried out by Farage and some other respectable but very shameless actions and attitudes before this voting. Maybe that was just a reason what we conclude that Brexit was accident. Yeah, thanks.
Brexit was not an accident. We had I told John Major, our former Prime Minister, that we were going to have a 4-month campaign period. Looked at me and Horace said, 4 months, you're mad. But we did have 4 months. We had of intensive campaigning. All the arguments were put by both sides. The government spent £9 million sending a brochure to every household in the country, proclaiming the reasons why it was a good idea for us to remain in the European Union. We refuted, we set out 22 inaccuracies, or to use your word, lies, in that document. There were no lies on our side. The only issue on our side, which I think we could have handled much better, was what we would do with the £350 million a year we will save by ceasing to be a member of the European Union. We said that all of that, the billboards, the posters all said it would be spent on the National Health Service. That was not accurate. What we should have said is that this will be £350 million for your Parliament to decide what to do with. So we could spend it on improving the environment, we could spend it on education, we could spend it on this, we could spend it on that, we could spend it on reducing our budget deficit. That was the point. So I'm afraid I don't accept your thesis at all. And
I don't accept your thesis.
well, you're perfectly entitled to do that. But you know, I believe. Let me put it this way. Let me end on a consensual note. I believe that my colleagues who campaigned for Britain to remain were overwhelmingly doing it because they believed it was the right thing for Britain. But I don't think that it's helpful for those who lost to denounce us and say that we had baser motives or that we told lies. In politics, there are lies, damned lies, and statistics. We all know that. And we try to deploy the statistics to our best advantage, and the government did the same. And the people decided, and they could see the difference. And they voted as they did, and we shall honour their decision, unlike in other countries where they voted to leave or voted not to accept a treaty and were told by Brussels to go back and have another vote and do it again until they got the right answer. The people of Britain aren't like that. They've declared their opinion, and we will